What's up, nerds? We are your hosts. I am Jake.
And I'm Chad.
This week we are sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks.
We're also sponsored by Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce.
We're going to be talking about The Last of Us episode 7,
Sounds about
right?
right.
No, there's 9 episodes, so this would be
8.
episode 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being like, "Oh, it's a weird number for 9 is a weird number to." Anyways, whatever. We're going to be talking about The Last of Us episode 8, now streaming on HBO Max.
We will also be talking about episode 1 of Mandalorian season 3, now streaming on Disney Plus. So, let's get into it. This is the All Things Nerd podcast. Nerd. Welcome back, nerds, to the All Things Nerd podcast, your weekly dive into all things nerd. Jacoby, how was your week?
My week has been good. I'm gonna share some news. I've been sitting on it for a long time. You already know, obviously, but not my thumb. Uh, Nicole and I are having a baby. Yeah, it's a boy. We just found out the other day,
Yay!
and by the other day, I mean yesterday. Well, yeah, we're having a baby boy. He's due in September 19th. So, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
And I've been anxiously fucking waiting to tell people, and Nicole's kind of kept me in check about it. So, but now that we got the 12-week go ahead to tell people, now we can share it with everybody that listens. I'm
Yay.
going to be a dad. It's terrifying.
Yeah, but I'm excited for you. It's going to be good.
Yeah. Will be fun. Will be fun. How about you, Chadlery?
Well,
Chadley?
even more impressive than your news. No, I'm just kidding. Really nothing going on here. I started my new job last week, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. But in some nerd related stuff, the first trailer for the new Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. My
Yeah.
camera's
Mayhem.
going wild. Sorry.
I saw that. Yeah. Quit moving around. Just freeze.
The trailer for that dropped. It's being produced by Seth Rogen, and I don't know the kids that are voicing the turtles because it is a younger.
I looked at it. I didn't recognize any of the names. I didn't look them up beyond that. But yeah, there are some heavy hitters in there.
I mean, Jackie Chan as Master Splinter.
Mm-hmm.
Key
Seth
and
Rogen.
Peele. Yeah.
Keegan Peele. Yeah. I mean,
John Cena.
John Cena. Yeah. Saw that one
Maya
in there.
Rudolph. Fucking even Post Malone.
Oh yeah, Post Malone. I saw that too. Yeah. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot in there. And the animation
you
looks cool.
I was gonna say, you had kind of mentioned it earlier to me. I'll let you run with it. I interrupted you. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, the animation looks cool. It's kind of in the same style as what Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm assuming Across the Spider-Verse will be in as well. And it's, they're younger turtles. They're not like the Michael Bay already established sort of thing. They're not
Incredible Hulks.
yeah. They look like tiny Shreks. Which was a line from the trailer for those of you that haven't seen it.
It'll be interesting because I don't know if they're going for a franchise thing, if they're going to make multiple of them, and maybe they'll grow up throughout. Because right now they're little pipsqueaks. I mean, they're not muscular, and they have very adolescent voices. Yeah. I'm excited for it. I love the Ninja Turtles. I grew up on the Ninja Turtles. I want this to be good so bad. I have faith in Seth Rogen. Um, but so far, the Ninja Turtle reboots have just kind of been a bummer.
Like all of the reboots. Like didn't really like the Michael Bay ones. Thought that those were
The first one was like okay. The
yeah,
second one was like
dumb
hot snakes. Yeah.
and bubble gut. Uh yeah, and then I guess I really haven't watched like the newer cartoons, but
Yeah.
wasn't really a fan of just like the style of it, but we'll see. I don't think anything's ever going to beat the 90s live action
Maybe
or the original cartoons. But
if you could live action with the technology we have these days and make them normal sized turtles. Well, not normal sized turtles, but like normal
like
sized like
humanoid
people. Yeah.
human-sized
Yeah.
turtles that are just a little muscular.
Yeah. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Michael Bay made them fucking like
Massive
there's no way that thing was coming out of a fucking sewer cap.
manhole, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Unless their shells aren't actual shells and they're just like
They're just squishy. Yeah.
plushy backpacks, you know. Every time they
Yeah.
pop out, you just hear a dog toy squeak, just squeaky.
Just four times. Yeah. Turtles are here. Yeah. Cowabunga. Uh, no, I'm excited for it.
Cowabunga time, mother.
And I think that because of how much I love Into the Spider-Verse and that animation style, that like hopefully this will be something. Please,
At the very least, it'll be fun, but
please.
you know we'll have to
I
see
just
about the story.
I know that I don't want to spend too much time on this, and I'll end with this. Is just that I grew up on the Ninja Turtles, like I said, and there's a serious tone to it, and everything so far has just been like, at least cartoon wise. Well, I think there was one that was kind of serious, but I don't know the name of it, but um, they're kind of goofy, and I
Yeah,
know that they're supposed to be a little goofy, but I want
because they're like
like
teenagers, but
yeah.
you can put teenagers into serious situations and let them be teenagers, but like not let everything else be as campy.
Or if this does really well and they turn it into like a series, like three movie thing or something, I would be okay with that if they have them grow up and progress into like
Yeah,
adulthood and like a more serious thing. That would be really cool.
I agree.
Yeah. Anywho's there.
Yeah. What else is there?
Well, I mean, since we're talking about Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, across the Spider-Verse, we might as well talk about this one. Is that
Yeah.
I'll say that there is a rumor that Tom Holland will play Spider-Man in Sony's Spider-Man and Across the Spider-Verse, but he'll play a live action version of him. I mean, he'll play himself um, as Miles is going across the Spider-Verse into all these different universes. He'll come across a live action version of
It was
Spider-Man.
just so subtle how you did it. Sorry.
Go watch it on YouTube, you'll see.
Yeah.
But that he'll run into Tom Holland as or as Peter Parker, you know what I mean? Like not a cartoon. And I think that would be really cool. I know they wanted to have Tom Holland play a voice character in the first movie um as a cartoon and they just couldn't get the rights for it, so that didn't happen. But I think this is way smarter and way funnier to have a cartoon version of Miles with a live action version of Peter Parker like run into each other. I think that's fucking hilarious.
But also, like, as he goes through the different animation styles, like, does his animation change? Because
Mm.
if so, if he ends up in a live action universe for a split second, is
Ooh,
is there going to be a live action Miles?
could we get our first view of who's gonna play him?
Maybe it might just be the kid that voices him, or
It's not a kid. The dude who
well,
plays him is like
I mean,
20
he's an
something. Yeah.
adult. Yeah, he's Tom
Yeah.
Holland's age. You know,
Yeah. But he's like a big guy. I don't know if you've ever seen him.
no, I
What's
haven't.
his name? I forget his name. Oh, this is why I have this up. You talk. You talk about the other thing about that.
You want me to take that one?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I know. That's okay.
The other one is that Karan Sony, who plays Dopinder in the Deadpool films, is going to be voicing Spider-Man India in the film, which is pretty cool too. One, because we're getting Spider-Man India, which is really awesome, and two, I mean, Karan is fucking hilarious, and it's
Yeah.
cool to see when you know these actors and you see them in different projects. It's really fun.
Uh, Shamik Moore. That's who
Uh,
voices Miles.
yeah, I'll have to look up what he looks
He's
like.
like a full-grown man. Like he's got like facial hair. I mean,
Ooh, what could be kind of cool is if they used
he could play Miles though. Like
the actor that they
he's young enough.
modeled Miles off of for the PlayStation games.
Hmm.
Or we just might actually see a live action casting that's going to stick of someone unexpected, and then
Yeah.
he'll just have his mask on, so like just
Yeah.
won't see his
I
face
think
right away.
he looks a little too big of a guy to play like Miles. Um,
Fair.
but yeah, Shamik Moore. You would not expect looking at his picture that he has that he can do that like young of a sounding voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
And then lastly, a new Chris Evans in Ana de Armas film coming out. It's not really nerdy, but it looks funny. Called Ghosted. Not a whole lot is known about it, except for that Chris Evans' character is just like a random dork, goofy dude that wears
he's
sweaters.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, it's just Chris Evans. Yeah, he's looking for love, goes on a date with a girl, and then she kind of like disappears, and she's
She
like,
ghosts him.
yeah, but she's like, oh, I travel a lot for work. I'm gonna be in London, so like I might not be able to talk much.
Yeah.
So he decides to like make a big romantic gesture, go there, and it turns out she works for the CIA,
CIA.
and
Yeah.
she's like a super spy, and it's just cool because I think you were the one that was saying it to me earlier that it's nice because like Chris Evans isn't the action star, even though it's an
Yeah.
action film. Like
Yeah.
he's just a regular dude,
Yeah.
and shit's
Which
happening
is
around
nice.
him.
It's nice because I think after Captain America and so on and so forth, has been very much like he was just put in those roles because, hey, dude, you're big,
Girl.
you're buff,
Yeah.
you know, girls like you. Let's put you in some action movies and take your shirt off a whole bunch. And
Why
yeah.
not just put him in a rom com? Women love
Yeah.
it.
And
If
that's
women
that's-
are so attracted to him.
That's one of the cool things, especially specifically. I almost spliced that word by accident.
Especially.
Specifically, uh, um, Chris Evans did before he took the role of Captain America, and after he took the role of Captain America, he did a number of rom-coms.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for rom-coms. I know it's dumb, but I love them. Yeah,
I like unique rom coms.
there's no such thing.
Well, I mean, like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, like it has like a different twist on it, and it's funny. But like Scott Pilgrim, I would consider like a rom com.
Chris Evans is in that.
That's where my mind went immediately, and I was like, "This is a perfect example."
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I like Chris Evans. And he's a good person. I like his political views, and he's got like a app that he like, I don't know if he by himself designed it, but there's like an app to help explain politics to people who don't quite understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
smart.
And also, like, he's just like a down to earth dude. It seems like, he likes his sports. He loves his dog.
Boston.
Oh, he's a Boston dude too.
Yeah, that's why they made that commercial with like him and
John Krasinski
Krasinski, yeah.
and the chick from Mad TV about the South Park. The
Yeah, I'm
South
trying to
Park.
remember which chick it was.
South
Yeah.
Park and Ka.
Wow.
I don't remember her name. I feel bad, but she was
No, it's really-
Debbie Downer. Wah, wah.
You know what's really funny? This has nothing to do with anything. Nicole and I we watched The Departed the other night, a couple nights ago. And Nicole
She a co-op? Are you
No,
a
no.
co-op?
So, Nicole she was like Matt Damon's accent is like really bad. And I was like Matt Damon he's from Boston. Like him and Ben Affleck are from but that's his
just
actual
him
accent.
talking. Yeah,
And she was like, "Seriously? It's so over the top." And I'm like, "No, yeah, it's just
that's just him talking. Normally in interviews, he like tones it back.
yeah." It was super funny.
No, that's just how people from Boston talk.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, this is driving me nuts. My
Yeah,
camera.
I don't know what's going on with it.
I don't know either.
It's like still doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I'm not the pretty one on the podcast.
Is it Moon Knight?
It is Moon Knight
It's definitely Moon Knight.
and Spoderman.
This is Boderman and whoop, Hugh Jackman.
The Swolverine.
Huge Ackman is his actual name.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm going to have to figure this out during our first sponsor spot, which
Yeah.
is Ray's Energy Drinks. That was actually a pretty good transition for unintention. It's pickled habanero. No, I'm just kidding. Fantastic energy drink. Zero sugar, zero calorie, and zero crash.
zero calorie.
Yeah, shut up. It's for some reason that phrase is so hard for me to say. But if you don't like energy drinks, there's so much more, like supplements to help you sleep. Pre-work. That's you held up the hypersleep. It's like melatonin on crack. Like pancakes. That I think that's cake in a cup. Cookie dough, stuff like that. And a lot of their supplements are plant-based. I don't think they're 100% vegan because they don't have the stamp on it.
And
But-
they use like whey protein and stuff like that.
Yeah, and some
which
of their
is-
things, but also some of their things are like pea protein and plant-based protein, which is really cool. So listen up, learn how to save 15%. We'll be right back with you to talk about The Last of Us. What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Ray's Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with zero crash. Ray's Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, and powered by their Refresh formula technology, Ray's Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration. But most importantly, every can of Ray's Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you.
All right, friends, we're gonna talk about The Last of Us, now streaming on HBO Max. This is episode 8. There's only one episode left after this. Before we get started, as usual, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Check out, check back in. 1, 2, 3, you had enough time. Peace. Fuck, man, this show does not let you down.
It does not disappoint at all.
Even the episodes that I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a fucking the last week's episode. When I talked to you, I was like, this is gonna be a throwaway episode. We're not gonna get shit.
Because like every show has one episode.
Yeah, and it was fucking amazing. So the show does not disappoint.
No, oh my god,
No.
The show is so good. So this this picks up right after the last episode, in modern time. So Joel is healing, kind of. He's been stitched up with some fucking thread, some yarn. And Ellie goes hunting to try and find some food for them because they're running low on whatever they had. And she kind of finds people, or they find her.
Well, she shoots a buck, I should say. Sorry, elk, buck. I don't know what the fuck. I'm not a hunter.
It was a deer.
She shot something, and she thought it was just gonna like fall down and die. But that's not how it works. Like, you shoot something like that, they get up and run, and you have to track it. Yeah. And somebody else found it before she got there.
Right. And it's like a group of people, and I guess they have like some weird commune. Weird is an understatement,
to say the least.
But she kind of barters with them for antibiotics to bring back to give to Joel. This whole thing just stinks to high heavens, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I'm gonna ruin something just right away, just because when these people, there's like this weird fucking bearded redheaded slut guy that comes on screen, and immediately, I'm not joking, I called this right away. I turned to my girlfriend while we were watching it, and I was like, this guy's giving me some rapey vibes. Yeah. Real rapey vibes. And while I won't talk about it yet because we'll get there, but I was right.
Yeah. But they do give her like medicine. She goes back to Joel. Doesn't know how to like administer. So she's like
short little jabs. I'm just thinking of fucking horrible bosses. Just stabbing Kevin Spacey with the fucking EpiPen.
But she literally does. She just like is like, I don't know where to put this. So she just like stabs him in his wound. Like, hey, you were stabbed here with something not good. Maybe if I stab you with something good, it's right.
Yeah. And he's like awake and aware. Also, like, we should probably have mentioned that because that wound was, at this point, it was getting very infected. You could see the infection like spreading, and yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it's not great, Cotton.
Okay. I sure do love pumpkins, Cotton. But yeah, it's brutal. And then some weird stuff happens with these people. They know these people are with the people that stabbed him, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So they're pissed because he killed the one guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, they said that because a couple of them got away while they like ran away or whatever. And so they must have told this commune, there's a guy with a little girl, they killed so and so and blah blah blah. And so now these guys are like they want to kill them. They're like, fuck this girl, fuck this guy, we're gonna kill them. And that's where I got my rapey vibe from this guy, this fucking redheaded slut. He like comes he's like shows up and he's just they're like, oh, we're gonna kill her. And after he meets her, he's like, no, this girl's special. We're not gonna kill her. And I was just like, something real creepy about you, bud.
Yeah.
There's something real creepy about you.
Something
And
very Catholic going on.
yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Tracy. My mom's not Catholic, so I have to apologize to your mom for that one.
She's not Catholic either. She grew up Catholic, but different. Yeah, man, and they're kind of just like a bunch of like religious zealots. You know, it's creepy, and it turns out that they're also cannibals, but most of them
Yeah.
don't know that they're cannibals, except for like the people in charge.
The in crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of hints to this. One is, oh fuck, I forgot his name. The guy who voices Joel in the game is in this episode, and there's a part where he's like reluctantly eating the meat that's provided. It's because it's human meat. The other part is, excuse me. The other part is that with that girl is talking about how like she's like crying and she's like, my dad passed away, when can we bury him? And the fucking rapey guy is like,
Yeah.
well, the ground is hard, so we'll have to wait till spring to bury him. It's because there was no body to bury.
Yeah.
They're eating they're
them.
eating him. Yeah.
Yeah. But they do eventually capture Ellie.
hmm She put up a pretty good fight.
She did put up a good fight.
hmm
But then, I mean, she's like riding off on the horse to like draw them away from Joel. And then they kill her horse. It was bullshit.
It was sad.
It was sad.
Although I did say while I was watching it with Nicole, I was like, man, if you guys are really hurting for food, the horse is right there.
Horse is better than people.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's
Anyways,
coming from
keep going
two
with
people
what
that
you're
don't
saying.
eat meat.
Yeah.
So she's kind of locked up. Joel kind of comes to. I mean, before Ellie leaves with the horse to like draw them away, she like gives him a knife and was like, "If anyone comes down here, kill him."
Yeah.
Like, and she tries blocking doors.
hmm
You know,
I mean,
Joel is a god.
God.
Like this is Pedro Pascal week. We'll get to the second Pedro Pascal
Yeah.
talking point later.
It was I mean, I was like yelling at not yelling at the TV, but I'm just like, get up, motherfucker, like get up.
Yeah.
And like the bad guy is like on his way down the stairs to like kill Pedro, or sorry, Joel. And when he gets down there, he's not on the mattress anymore, and I was like, oh, this dude's gonna die.
And he gets a knife to the back of the throat, like straight through.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
We get like Pedro Prime.
Pedro Prime. I thought you were gonna say Pedro Boners, and I was like,
Yeah.
accurate.
Well, that happened too. I mean, he is like I mean, he's still hurt, blah blah blah, but he is like ruthless. They took Ellie, and
Yeah.
this he's like
He real
torturing
mad.
people. Like, yeah, he's not happy. I mean, he fucking like sticks a knife in this dude's knee, and he's like, "I will pop your fucking kneecap off if you don't tell me where she is."
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you tell
Yeah.
this part because I steamrolling here. I'm just
No,
excited. Sorry.
you're totally fine. Because, yeah, and he is basically torturing these people to figure out where the town is that they're holding Ellie at. And, like, puts the. Because they're both tied up. Like, he has two hostages. Puts the handle of the knife into a dude's mouth so he can't talk. And he's like, point on the map where you guys are. If
He's
it's
done this before.
Yeah. And if it's different than what your friend told me, I'm going to kill you both. And the dude points, and then he kills him. And the guy's like, why'd you do that? Like, he wasn't lying. He's like, I trusted him. Like,
And then he kills him.
yeah. Just brutal. Like, his number one mission is protect Ellie. And he is not stopping.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Then we go back to Ellie in
I was gonna say,
prison.
that being said,
I
cheers.
think I need a drink for what we're about to talk about because it's not great.
Ellie's locked up.
And
And sorry.
you're fine.
Ellie's locked up. Not that anybody could see what I just did, but
Unless you're
I
watching
still had
on
to
YouTube.
apologize. Yeah. Ellie's locked up with this creepy dude. And he like really wants her to like join his church.
And be his wife.
Yeah. She's not having it. While that's happening, she does notice that there's like an ear on the floor, and that's when you really get the like, oh, these guys eat people. They're
Yeah.
cannibals. And it's kind of dope because she bites him. Like she like gets
And
close to the
breaks his
cage.
finger.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, oh my God, it was so good. And well, because what did she say? She's like, "What are you gonna cut me up into little pieces?" And then after she bites him and breaks his finger, he goes, "What did you say? Cut you up into little pieces?" And then he like shuts the door, and she's like, Maybe I screwed up here."
Yeah. That's not before he says some very unsavory, creepy things.
He's rapey. He's
Yeah.
super rapey.
Yeah,
Called it.
it's so creepy. Um, but then the guy that voices Joel in The Ginger Slut uh, come in. They take her out of the cage or out of like the prison cell, throw her onto a table, and are like holding her down. They're gonna basically torture her,
They're gonna
or
kill her and
yeah,
eat her. Yeah.
and then she plays her like
I'm infected.
gold card. Yeah, I'm infected, and I bit you.
Hmm.
And they like pull up her sleeve, see it, and like the ginger dude does not want to like. He's like, oh, she's been here for too long. Like, there's no way she's actually infected.
She would have changed. Yeah.
And the guy that voices Joel in the game is like, I don't know, man, that looks pretty real. And it's just enough time for her to like grab a cleaver and just murder the non-ginger guy. Like
Yeah.
cleaver into the neck, like
Game Joel.
yeah, game Joel.
Yeah.
And he's now next week's dinner.
Yeah.
He slumps over, blood is everywhere. She runs off. The
Ginger slut.
ginger slut, the creepy dude, tries to shoot her, tries chasing her down. She starts a fire, like in their mess hall slash church. And she actually ends up killing him.
Yeah. she break a cage and she get this.
Oh my god, that was
Yeah.
like perfect.
They
Uh,
they they kind of like make you think that Joel's coming to the rescue because
yeah,
after he kills those guys, he's like, I know where she is. They show him like trekking through the snow and the elements and blah blah blah, and he like
going
gets there.
through the buildings, like there's a
Yeah.
restaurant that's kind of where like
Mhm.
the church and the mess hall is. You
Yeah.
see hacked up bodies hanging from meat hooks.
Oh yeah, the people. I forgot about that part.
Yeah,
That's yeah, that was
and
fucked up.
and
Yeah,
Joel is like, "Oh my god, what are they gonna do
like
to her?"
headless bodies.
Yeah, and like
Like,
a couple of them didn't have arms anymore.
because they're
Like,
eating them.
oh, so gross.
But and so
That's how Mad Cow Disease started. But
this yeah. Well, I mean, cows eating cows, but I
yeah,
mean that's cannibalism on species
yeah,
cannibalism. Yeah. Farmer, whatever. We That's a different
yeah,
podcast. We have like 20 podcasts.
yeah.
Uh, this one is the All Things
19 of
Nerd
them,
podcast.
19 of them are just theoretical.
Um, but yeah, the fucking ginger slut is like he's like trying to like kill her slash do other stuff, and she like fights back, and I mean he even delivers like the
Creepiest line.
creepiest line in the show, and he's like, this it's a struggle snuggle, like.
I should not have laughed at that statement, but that was such a fucked up thing to say.
That's what he said. He's like, I like the, you know, I
Yeah,
guess maybe you didn't know this about me or something like that. And he's like, the fight or the
is my
struggle is
favorite
my
part.
favorite part. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's like about to rape her. She saves herself, man. It's dope. I was waiting for Joel to come in and like just fucking ruin this dude, but
yeah,
she did it herself. It was dope. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. And we talked about this off camera. We both agree that the fact that she saves herself is ultimately the more important like
Yeah.
storyline and story choice. Uh but fuck, man, like because earlier in the show when she kills that guy to save Joel, he's like, "You shouldn't have to do this. Like you're just a kid."
Exactly. Yeah.
Like kind of like you
He's trying
said,
to
like
protect her
that, like
innocence.
yeah, the childlike
Yeah.
innocence.
Mhm.
Even though she's growing up in a post-apocalyptic world, like it's still a level of
A kid. She's still
yeah,
a
she's a
kid.
kid. She's
Yeah.
14 in the show.
Hmm.
So she will never be the same after this. I think that
Hmm.
this calloused her way more than the other things that she's had to do.
I mean, she like bashed this dude's fucking brains in, basically.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and doesn't stop and like
Yeah.
blood is like spraying up onto her face and she's just yelling. And then when Joel finds her, you take it. Like this is such it's so good, but you take it.
I mean, he just like kind of grabs her from behind in like a hugging manner, and she's, rightfully slow. So, rightfully slow, rightfully so, starts freaking out, and then he's like, "It's me, it's me, it's me," and then she realizes it's Joel, and she like hugs him, and he says, "I got you, baby girl," which is what he called his daughter.
Yeah.
And this is the first time, well, not the first time, but like really the first time that he has not been a total asshole to her. And like even in like the beginning episodes, he's like, "We're not friends. We're not family.
Yeah.
I'm doing a mission. I'm doing this for, you know, was it Tess that died or whatever? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm doing this for this reason. I don't give a shit about you." And this is the first time now that he's like, I got you. Like, I have you.
Like
Like, you're okay.
embrace
You're
her
safe.
as
Yeah.
family. I mean, we kind of
Yeah.
got that from a couple episodes ago,
Hmm.
but it's the first time that he's like vocalized it. And yeah, the biggest thing is, that's what he called his daughter. He probably hasn't called anyone baby girl, not even Tess,
Or his
who
brother.
he loved. Well, that'd be kind of weird to call.
Oh, I
Uh,
guess my brother and I had a different relationship. I'm kidding. Dad? I'm sorry. I'm just
no, I
when
know.
this is something you and I have talked about is when things get emotional, I
You
deflect.
deflect. Yeah. You go inappropriate or
Yep.
mocking.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Uh,
emotional?
yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I literally have gaslit my girlfriend so many times when we watch sad movies. I'm like, "What are you crying?" Loser. As I'm like wiping a tear out of my eye. Like, yeah.
But that's where the episode ends,
Yeah.
you know.
We have one episode left. Fuck.
See, I I don't know where it's gonna go because we neither of us have played the game yet.
Technically, I could start playing the game because there's no way I'm going to catch up to the like in 1 week. There's no way I'm going to catch up to like where the show is going to end.
That's fair. I should
Yeah.
probably get the game this week, but yeah, there's one episode left. I don't know where it's gonna go. I do know that from season 1 to season 2, just like in game 1 to game 2, there's about a 4-year time gap.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Dope.
So we'll see. I mean, you can only imagine that it's going to be a big episode. It's probably going to be over an hour long.
Oh, I hope so.
I love this show. I don't want it to end though. I'm
I
not
know.
ready for it to end. This is such a weird place to be right before the season finale.
Yeah.
Like where with other big shows, Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
House of the Dragon, any other major like TV show where it's focused on like an overarching story, the episode before, like the penultimate episode is, it's like called, usually sets up the finale to where you kind of expect something big and you
Hmm.
kind of expect where it's going, but you might not know all the details. We know nothing. We don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's gonna be intense. I'm so excited though. Do you have any cons for this week?
No. This show is flawless.
This
I
show,
think we
this might be a perfect show.
I think we just gotta go into sponsor two here.
Yeah, let's just do it. Go watch the show. If you're still listening and you haven't watched it, shame on you. But go watch it anyways. If you have watched it, go watch it again. See if you pick up on some of the other things that we mentioned.
Ooh, yeah.
What's our second sponsor, Jake?
Sponsor number two is Cry Baby Craig's hot sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on practically anything. Please listen up and we'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today. Okay, friends. So now we want to talk about the second part of the Pedro Pascal week, which is The Mandalorian. Season 3 premiered on Disney Plus this week with episode 1. You good?
Fuck, I got the hiccups. Keep going.
If you haven't watched it yet, tune out, tune back in, because this is your spoiler warning. Was that enough time for you too?
Yep. Hopefully. Seems like it. Okay.
Yeah. So this episode opens, and it's like the armorer. I don't remember her name. I apologize. And she's like making a helmet. She brings it out. There's a young child like on a beach, and it feels like this is very much like a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that this was when Din Djarin took his
Gets
oath
his, yeah. Mm-hmm.
to join the Mandalorians. It's not.
Nope.
It's just a random foundling, youngling, whatever, taking his oath to become a Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I wanted to say a megalodon, but that's for sharks. I don't know. A crocosaurus, if you will.
It's a guy. Yeah.
From
good.
Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Comes busting
on
up.
steroids. Yeah.
Yeah. Starts attacking the beach. And so there's like a giant fight between like the Mandalorians trying to fight off this giant crocodile. It eats someone. It happens.
Yeah.
I thought it was... You and I both thought that like the child got eaten.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't this random
Just lame.
kid.
I would have killed the kid.
Yeah. Fuck
Come
them
on,
kids.
John. Come on, John Favreau.
Yeah.
Yeah, softy. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
I mean, don't fuck those kids. But
No.
fuck those kids.
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. But then Mando comes flying in on his Naboo spacecraft.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the controls work in that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And helps defeat the crocodile.
Crocodile.
Yeah, the Crackosaurus Rex. Coco Power
Yeah.
Rangers. Sorry.
He like blows its brains out.
Yeah.
Stuff goes flying.
Where? Yeah, you actually like see guts like explode across the beach, which kind of shocked me actually.
Title year 6.
Only it's not spelled BEACH, it's spelled BI. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mom.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. That was really uncalled for on my part. I respect women.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
That's a few South Park references we've made tonight.
Thought this was America.
And another one.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah, it's really fun. Basically, Din Djarin needs to baptize himself in the lakes of Minnetonka.
That sounds right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mandalore. The
Yeah.
waters of Mandalore, not Minnetonka. And he goes to, do that. And he finds...
Well, he goes and talks to the armor and is like, if I can do this, will I be worthy again? She's like, yeah. He's like, okay, bye. And fucks right off. Grogu's with the entire time. It's adorable. He's going to Mandalore, right? Or he goes to a moon of Mandalore and finds Bo-Katan. And what the fuck is she doing with her life? Because like he shows up and she's just like lounging sideways, like she's there for like a boudoir session.
No TV. Nothing. Just
Just
paint me like one of your French girls, Jack.
just lounging on a throne in a castle on this moon outside Mandalore, but for nothing, because she's just there to sulk and be sad and she even says like, "Oh, everybody left because I didn't get the Darksaber," and it's like, well, then you weren't a very good leader to begin with.
No,
Let's be honest.
no. And you could, like move on with your life.
Yeah,
You
instead of
don't
just
have
like
to.
sitting there waiting
Yeah,
for someone to show up.
no.
We talked about this off camera. Like, is it more sad that like she was just like lounging on this throne with no one around, being all sad and sulking, waiting for someone to show up, or did she see that
They
Mando
were.
arrived and then she like ran to the throne to like sit and be like, look at me, I'm sad.
Yeah.
She's just so salty.
Somebody give her some Haagen-Dazs.
Or a Snickers bar.
You're never really yourself when you're hungry. You know.
Oh, we're funny, damn it.
We're funny, damn it. I have a sticker that proves it.
Yes. But he basically asked for her help, and she's like, "No." He's like,
Nah,
I
son.
thought you were like the new leader," and she's like, "No, everybody left because I'm not good enough." And he's like, "Oh, that sucks. Can you help?" And she's like, "No. Why don't you go be their leader?" And he's like, "No, I have to do this." And she's like, "Okay, good luck, bye." And then he leaves, and then she just continues sulking. Or she goes back and calls her mom, is like, "Yeah, that son of a bitch that took the Darksaber from me ruined my birthright. Ugh. I don't even know what his face looks like, but that son of a bitch."
I did. She will be a part of the Ashoka series.
I hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
I really like Bo-Katan. She has a role in the TV show Rebels. You know, she's shown up in the Clone Wars TV shows. Like, Bo-Katan is actually pretty fucking badass. It's just that she's sulking because her entire mission was to get the Darksaber so that she could rule over Mandalore. Didn't get the Darksaber. And what's more fucked up is Jon Favreau himself has said, yeah, it's been a couple of years since season 2 ended. Which means
Yeah.
she's just been, like, sulking for a couple of years. And, like, I get it. Every now and then, everybody gets a little sad. But, like... Yeah. Kurt Cobain. What? No, that was murder. Someone got away with it.
Wasn't Kurt.
What was... I wanted to say Courtney Cox, but, like, that's not her.
Courtney Love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kind of the same thing.
Kind of. Yeah.
Potato, tomato. Get through this. Come on, Chad. We got this. Fuck.
But, like, she's just been sulking for, like, a couple of years. Like, really? How? Why? Do better. Call your
God damn
mom.
it. First of all, we're fucking funny.
Damn it.
We're fucking funny. Oh.
But-
It's so good. I love this show. Although nothing really like detrimental happened in this
Detrimental?
episode. Extramental?
Detrimental?
Detrimental?
Yes.
There's no X in there?
No.
Right on. Rex done.
Cool. Toy. Bing pot.
Public school education.
I went to public school.
Anyways. Well, I'm embarrassed now, but nothing detrimental happened.
Oh, you're an idiot.
It was good. It was fun. Stuff happened. Nothing crazy, like, no
Yeah.
giant plot thing happened. It was really cool. I'm really good with words, am I?
Words, feelings, mouth shape?
Make me feel bad, did you? Oh, Yoda's just
It's
an
a
idiot.
briefcase in it. You went completely different than I
Way
did.
different.
Yours was at least the same universe.
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
It's me. Thanks, T Swift.
Thanks, T Swift.
Never stop giving. Give it back.
What's happening? God damn it. Go
But
watch the show. It's really fun.
Mando is trying to repair the only droid that he ever trusted.
Yeah, from season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. The assassin droid that turned into a nanny droid. We get Boba Fett, who shows up in the sequels, whatever. No one cares. He's the little dude that fixes droids. Itty bitty.
He's like a little Furby.
Yeah. But he's trying to help fix the droid, and so now Mando's new mission is to find the parts so that then the droid can be fixed, so that then the droid can help him go to Mandalore and be of use.
There's kind of there's a scene that we kind of skipped over where what was his name? Val? Var?
Apollo Creed?
No. The pirate.
Oh, yeah, Davy Jones.
No. Not that one.
Oh, the
The one that
crocodile
works
head
for-
one.
Yeah, that they like kill his men or whatever.
Yeah.
But yes, Apollo Creed is in this show and he makes his return. Don't know what his actual name is. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. But
Because it's rude.
he's running Navarro. The outpost that we've seen in every season, multiple times, basically where the guild for the bounty hunters got a lot of jobs. But now it's like a free port and trading post.
Carl Weathers. That's his actual name.
I feel so bad for not remembering Carl Weathers' name. He's a fucking legend. Sorry, Carl.
Coral.
I was about to say Coral. But yeah, they're space pirates. I mean, we knew that those existed, especially if you watch like the Clone Wars and stuff like that.
But they made. You might have already said it. Sorry.
Yeah, Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. You did say it.
Yeah.
It's like, really? We get it. They're pirates. But come on, man.
Yeah.
He's like a seaweed alien.
Pirates of the Space
looking
Caribbean.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we also kind of blew past, because I didn't even bother looking up the actual actress's name, but in the show, Cara Dune, she was the MMA fighter in real life, super
I'm not even going to look up her name.
mega controversial, whatever.
Yeah.
As we know, she was fired from the show because, she's anti-vax and said a lot of racist things and just overall not a great person.
No. She Rosie O'Donnell herself.
Yeah. And what's the Roseanne Barr?
Oh, her real name?
No, Roseanne Barr. Also,
wait, what did I say? Oh, I
Rosie
said
O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. I meant Roseanne Barr.
Oh,
I mean, how many celebrities have that name? God damn it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Roseanne.
She did that to herself, but Carl Weathers' character is like, why don't you be the marshal of this free port to Mando? And he's like, why don't you get Cara Dune to do it? And he's like, oh, yeah, she's gone. And that was like the end of the conversation. It was nice that they like acknowledged that she's gone without just like leaving it that be a plot hole. They're like, oh yeah, she left, she gone.
No.
Whatever. And that was it. we'll see where the rest of the season goes. I mean, with the past 2 seasons, it's been fantastic. So I've got no worries. I'm just excited for more of it because I love the show, and also it's fucking Pedro Pascal. Like,
Pedro.
can't go wrong. He's the current daddy, like of nerds. He's just there. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Carl Urban. Pedro is the nerd daddy now.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot. Cool. All right. Well, let's go ahead, Jake. Let's close out this episode.
But before we do, we are going to close out this episode. Chad, what do we got? Give us.
What do you have for honorable mentions?
Oh, shit. I think the only... Well, we watched... Nicole hadn't seen The Departed yet, so we watched The Departed.
She a quap.
Love that. Yeah. It was funny because, like I told you off camera, Nicole had kind of ragged on Matt Damon's accent in the movie. And it was like, oh, I just think his accent is really bad. And I was like, hate to break it to you, babe, but that's his actual accent. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Mark Wahlberg, they're from Boston. Like, that's just how they talk.
Yeah.
That's not...
They tone it down when
Yeah.
for the rest of the stuff.
My other honorable mention, above honorable mention, is I went and saw Creed 3, which was Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut this weekend, and fucking hell, dude. I love those movies, and I grew up on Rocky, you know, and then these continuations of the Creed movies, so fucking good, and this one did not disappoint, not even a little bit. How about you?
Well, I mean, you and I both have been watching Shrinking on Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
Plus check minus plus.
Yeah.
What?
I said, Gabby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another non-disappointed week with the show. It's so good.
Mm.
And then when it comes to movies, I didn't watch a whole lot of movies. But even though I didn't like grow up on them, but I did watch them, you know, when I was younger, you know, at least the first 2 Rocky films, the first 3, I don't know, something like that. I did watch the Rocky films when I was younger, but I never watched the Creed films. And I knew that Creed 3 was coming out, so I watched Creed 1 and 2 this week. And fuck, they are so good, man. Like, they're just incredible. So I will be checking out Creed 3 this weekend.
We'll talk about it. Even if it's just for like 10 minutes after you see it, maybe next week we can do a quick rundown of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm so excited because also, like, I love Jonathan Majors on top of Michael B. Jordan and the Creed films, so I'm just very stoked to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of is like, give us your money.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's time for typical housekeeping things like give us your money. If you like what we're doing here and you want to support us, that's the best way to do it is by giving us your money. Can I say give us your money one more time?
Give us your money.
Yeah, give us our money. Give us your money. Well, I'm just assuming that it's ours now. No, go to buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. It's a great way to support us on a monthly basis. You get some behind the scenes, some bonus exclusive merch, things like that. Jake is being very pretentious and wearing our own merch. It was not intentional, supposedly.
It worked out well, though.
Yeah, it's been fine. I'm just kidding.
There's just like a shirtless picture of Carl Weathers on my screen over here.
Is he greased up from Rocky.
Yes.
Nice.
It's very shiny.
Shiny. Sorry. Not going to break out into Moana songs now. If you don't want to give us your money on a monthly basis, but you still want to support us with like a one-time sort of purchase donation, go to allthingsnerdpodcast.com. We do have our web store. We have some new stuff coming soon. Technically, it's already here. I just never updated the website. So you can see that stuff as well.
Also, like and share. Like, spread the gospel of All Things Nerd Podcast. We're not rapey, so
yeah.
we're just here for a good time. That sounded rapey.
Sounded not great. But you can always just call 651-888-8888 for Pizza Hut. No, but if you like, share, subscribe, tell people about us, I mean, that honestly does just as much, if not more, than purchasing, because it just helps us reach new people. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming soon. We're not quite ready to share it with you all, but there's some big news coming. So, well, we love you. That's really what it comes down to. And Jake, take us home.
Just kidding. This has been the All Things Nerd Podcast. Cheers.